閉じて何言うと。あいつの姿は見るに耐えないよ。よし、私が。
ただ当然。
どうして無事に。
私がジャンプマスターだ。一人でどっか飛んでいくんじゃないよ。あっちにいいものがあるのかも。
拡張ヘビーマガジンを発見。レベル2ね。
これじゃ足りねえ。まだまだ開けるぞ。
リングは近い。閉鎖まで残り1分。
あっちに敵がいる。
残り射撃開始。撃たれてる。気をつけて。グレネードが来る。フラグを投げる。
リング閉鎖まで残り30秒。ギリギリがお好みか。いいね。
シールドをリチャージ中。
フラグを投げた。フラグを投げた。気をつけて。グレネードよ。リロード中よ。やった。撃たれてる。
撃たれてる。
さあ復活してきな。シールドをリチャージ中。
シールドをチャージ中だ。フラグを投げたぞ。
テレミットグレネードを投げる。
みんな
敵のシールドを割ったよ。
進化シールドを発見。レベル2ね。
撃たれてる。
撃たれてる。悪いやつとシールドをぶち割ったぜ。
リロード。
敵をダウンさせたわ。シールドを割ってやった。
一人ダウンさせたぞ。
パッケージを。
攻撃を受けてる。消えて意識が
緊急脱出を開始。レースか。
リロード中よ。
敵の部隊が全滅だ。
フェニックスキットを使ってる。
ヘルスドローン展開中。ライトアモがいる。誕生日プレゼントを取りに来な。
あっちに敵が。
敵に撃たれてるわ。
見つかった。攻撃を受ける。リロード中よ。敵がダウン。
シールドをチャージ中。
シールドをリチャージ中。
バックパックを発見。レベル3だ。
ありがとう。
大丈夫、速度には影響出ないぜ。半分は消えた。礼はいらないさ。ありがとう。
どういたしまして。さあ行くわよ。
あと1分。リングは近い。
残り45秒。リングはすぐそこ。
位置について、用意ドン。
ライフラインパッケージ要請中。バレルスタビライザーを発見。レベル3よ。
よし、これは使える。
すごい。ヒートシールドを発見。ウィングマンを発見。
報告。ケアパッケージを輸送中です。
よ、あのケアパッケージはゲットしとこうぜ。あそこを通ったのは俺たちが最初じゃない。早く行くぜ。
敵を発見。
向こうへ。オーケー。行くぞ。
敵のシールドを割った。
もう一部隊いたぜ。
敵をダウンさせた。
シールドをチャージ
敵を確認。
ラウンド3。
必要ならヘルスドローンを使いな。
우와 클베알 어차
ところよ。撃たれてる。
よーし、乗ってきたぜ。グレネードだ。
攻撃を受けてる。
ダウンした。まずいな。
We're gonna rank YouTube's 10 worst apology videos from bad to downright terrible. So let's begin by looking at RiceGum, whose trash apology went by the name of "This Dude Calls Me Out for Mystery Unboxing." RiceGum's apology referred to a different video from 3 days prior, titled "How I Got AirPods for $4, in which he'd promote a mystery box gambling site, while making it sound as though the website was an easy way to make money. Because RiceGum had a young audience, he'd be called out by H3H3 Productions and PewDiePie for promoting gambling to children, with RiceGum's response coming in the days following these call-out videos. His apology began on terrible footing, as instead of admitting any kind of wrongdoing, he'd state that he was justified in doing the video as they paid him more than $100,000, before going on to state that he wasn't the first YouTuber to promote the website. RiceGum then concluded the video by giving out multiple Amazon gift card codes.
There's nothing I can really do but say sorry and give you these Amazon gift cards, so I'm sorry.
Only each code had already expired by the time the video went live. Beginning your apology by bragging about money before going on to offer your audience some old expired gift cards definitely makes for a pretty poor apology. However, the video was short and sweet. It felt as though it was consistent with RiceGum's personality, and the argument about other YouTubers promoting the site before him was actually a pretty reasonable point. RiceGum was also smart enough to keep his cool throughout the whole video, which Shane Dawson wasn't able to do, whose incredibly volatile state led to YouTube's 9th worst apology video. Taking accountability began with Shane stating that emotionally chucking on a webcam and apologizing was stupid and childish.
And that is stupid. That is something that a child does, not something that a 31-year-old man does. That's not good.
Although this is exactly what he'd do over the following 20 minutes. Shane was apologizing for the jokes he'd made during his 10-year YouTube career, and although he'd state that he was simply laying out his feelings, the whole video used manipulative language and felt as though it was coming from a point of total desperation.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry to anybody that saw that. It's something that I shouldn't even be able to get out of. I should lose everything.
Shane used all the classic buzz phrases such as "I will educate myself" and "I will do better" and "I don't know who that person is anymore," and therefore the whole video just feels like a pathetic template to get hate off his back, as opposed to a personalized video with his own terminology to apply to his specific situation. The hypocrisy continued into the end of the video.
新しいキルリーダー注意しないとね。
R99 を発見。
ありがとう。あんたもシンジケートが嫌いでしょ。だからバレルスタビライザーを発見。レベル3よ。
空から覗いてやる。あっちに敵エージェント。見つからないようにしよう。
シールド終わったよ。リロード中よ。
ドローンを呼び戻す。
敵のシールド終わった。リロード中よ。リング閉鎖中。全員リングの中だ。ナイス。見つかった。敵のシールド終わったよ。ヘルスドローン展開中。シールド。
敵のシールド終わったぞ。
ジャンプさせられた。
待ってくれ。シールドをリチャージ中だ。
ほら、ラインに任せな。
さあ、一人ダウンさせたぞ。上を見ろ。キャパ消し効果。
そこに敵がいる。敵が近くにいるよ。
ダウンしてしまった。
when Shane stated that being defensive was a poor way to make changes.
I'm gonna go on the defensive, and that's not a good way to live, and it's not a good way to grow.
Yet he seemed completely unaware that his entire video was defensive in response to the drama that he had found himself in. However, at least Shane didn't insinuate that his audience was stupid, as when the Fine brothers uploaded their awful apology that accidentally insult the entirety of YouTube. The Fine brothers had pioneered the reaction genre on YouTube with their Kids React series, and would post a video in early 2016 simply titled React World, in which it sounded like the Fine brothers were trying to copyright any kind of YouTube reaction video. As a result of their poorly crafted concept, they'd receive hate from every corner of the internet, prompting what we're now calling the 8th worst apology in YouTube history. The apology began with the Fine brothers admitting that their video was worded poorly and that they never planned on trying to copyright YouTube's reaction genre.
First and foremost, we're sorry for confusing people by using terminology like our React format. We were never trying to say that every video where someone reacts to something else is something we would try to control.
However, despite stating this, the two would then go on to explain that they had taken down other reaction content in the past, while continuing to imply that the audience was stupid for being unable to comprehend the concept laid out in their initial React World video.
Just because we have or might get trademarks doesn't mean we're going to run around and start taking down videos.
We're sorry that you're too stupid to understand how this works, is basically the sum of this apology in one sentence. So yeah, classic arrogant non-apology. At the end of the day, the Fine brothers got off lightly, as their initial mistake wasn't all that big of a deal. However, the same couldn't be said for Travis Scott, who posted the 7th worst apology after 10 people died at his Astro World concert. It happened in November 2021, and despite everybody in the crowd chanting to stop the show, Travis Scott continued, which ultimately resulted in the 10 fatalities alongside 500 other injuries. As the news of the tragedy began to go viral, Travis was planning his apology and would take to Instagram with somewhat of an unconventional approach. He was seemingly trying to avoid having his face clickbaited by the media, and therefore recorded a short video in black and white under bad lighting from a bad angle, with his eyes closed and his hand covering his face for the majority of the video. This was certainly a 200 IQ play, however it also made for an extremely terrible, unpleasant viewing experience, and resulted in comments such as, Travis Scott is clearly much more focused on his headache than his apology, as well as he gave his forehead more respect than the people who died of a horrible, painful death as a direct consequence of his inaction. The words he used in the video weren't much better either, because as highlighted by this comment, his apology is basically, damn, that's crazy.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated. I could never imagine anything like this just happening.
The funniest part is that in his apology, Travis is talking like he wasn't there. It's like the dude just woke up and was like, oh man, people died at Travis Scott's concert. The apology was certainly bizarre. However, it wasn't nearly as strange as the 6th worst apology by Simply Kenna, who became YouTube's first creator to apologize in the form of a poem. The apology came in response to being called out for plagiarism, and seemingly as an overcompensation for trying to be original, Simply Kenna wrote a 3.5-minute poem using nothing but incredibly deep metaphor.
Am I a human? Am I a monster? Or am I something in between?
Now, to Kenna's credit, the poem was pretty well written. However, using it to apologize felt like an unbelievably strange move. The whole point of an apology is to be sincere. To write a poem, rehearse it. Those fake facial expressions and background music, babe, that's not sincere. An apology in poetry is me in my rawest form, even though I'm not raw at all, because I rehearse this instead of just talking to you guys naturally. That poem is so corny. Still trying to be aesthetic in an apology video. The video was so bad that Kenna then posted another apology video to say sorry for the first one, and as summarized by this comment, if you have to make an apology video for an apology video, it might be time to take a break from YouTube. However, at least Simply Kenna had the chance to take a break voluntarily, as when T Martin posted his awful apology, the audience stopped watching completely. In the lead up to what we're calling the 5th worst apology in YouTube history, T Martin promoted a website called CSGO Lotto, claiming that he found the site at random and was able to use it to win expensive CSGO items. Although it wouldn't be long before T Martin was exposed as being one of the owners of the website, prompting the now infamous I'm sorry video. The apology began on fake manipulative footing as T Martin
45秒。リングまで遠い。
シールドをリチャージ中。
せかしたくないけど、リングが動いてるのにまだ誰も中に入ってないよ。
聞こえる。ケアパッケージが投下されたわ。新しいキルリーダー、注意しないとね。マップを見る限り広がりすぎてるわ。
スモーク放出。ありがとう。
拡張エネルギーマガジンを見つけたわ。レベル2よ。バックパックを発スコープを発見。中距離用よ。
ちょっと待った、クラフト中だ。あっちに行きたいね。
援護して。クラフト中よ。
頼まれてちょうだい。あっちに敵よ。
あっちに悪い子たちがいるね。
敵を発見。あっちよ。部隊は半分しか残ってない。叩き潰すわ。
引き金を引くよ。こっち。さあ
術してきな。
少し止まる。応急処置を行うわ。シールドをリチャージしてる。
シールドをリチャージ中。
拡張エネルギーマガジンを発見。レベル4だ。回復中。援護をお願い。回復中。上空に注意。レプリケーターが来るわ。スナイパーも発見。
これは欲しい。拡張スナイパーマガジンを発見。レベル2よ。ほら、誕生日プレゼントよ。
今回のリングはご近所さんだ。1分もあれば十分だ。
ボディシールドを発見。レベル4だ。持ってなければ使って。
残り45秒。リングは近い。残り30秒。リングが閉じる。リングはすぐそこよ。残り10秒。
あっちに敵だ。発砲中。
悪い子がいるね。
敵のシールドを割ったわ。
パッケージを言う。
グレネード。ケアパッケージ撃たれてる。
これで頂点まで上り詰めようじゃないか。全員いるな。
見つかった。脱出する。いぶしてあげる。もう一回。待って。シールドをリチャージする。こっちに追加のアイテムよ。どういたしまして。
ラウンド3。リングのカウントダウンが始動。
ボディシールドを発見。レベル4だ。
報告。レ
こっちに向かうべきだね。
レプリケーターが来るよ。 報告。新しいキルリーダーが生まれました。ほら、広がりすぎてるわよ。マップを確認して。
新しいキルリーダーから新しいデータが得られるね。このエリアを偵察しましょう。科学的に表現すると向こうに敵だよ。引き金を引くよ。悪い子がいるよ。標的に命中。ダメージはくれてやったね。リロード中。標的に効果あり。標的に命中。撃ってるよ。ガキンチョがいたよ。
残り10秒。あっちに敵がいる。
敵のシールドを割ったわ。リロード中。
リング閉鎖中。
始まった。リングが動いてる。
報告。ケアパッケージを輸送
標的に効果あり。
聞こえる？ケアパッケージが強化されたわ。
標的に効果。
敵のシールドを割ったよ。リロード中よ。
いぶしてあげる。こっちはどうだい？あっちに移動しましょう。あそこに移動しましょう。
ラウンド4。リングのカウントダウンの始動。ライフラインパッケージを要請するわ。
敵発見。あっちに敵がいるじゃん。
大当たり。ドンピシャ。
標的に命中。
大当たり。
標的に命中。
大当たり。
残り1分。リングは近い。さあ、あっちに行ってみよう。
ドンピシャ。
さあ、あっちに行ってみよう。
残り45秒。リングはすぐそこ。あっちに敵がいる。
敵のシールドを割ったよ。敵のシールドを割ったわ。撃たれてる。見つかった。脱出する。シールドをリチャージする。
全員 敵を発見。
食らいなさい。痛みを感じる間もないわよ。
必要ならヘルスドローを使いな。シールドをリチャージしてるところよ。
シールド発砲中。アクスターを投げた。敵のシールドを割った。
敵がさらにダウン。
リロード中。敵のシールドを割ったよ。
さあ
これで部隊は全滅だ。残り部隊は2つだけ。敵を発見。
標的を発見。
撃ってる。敵のシールドを割った。リングは近い。閉鎖まで残り1分。
敵のシールドを割ったよ。
標的をダウンさせた。リロード中。
残り45秒。リングは近
敵を発見。
い。クレーバーを発見。
ついてきな。
シールドをリチャージしてるところよ。
リングは遠くない。残り30秒。
こっちにちょっと散歩しないか。
撃ってる。
警告。リングの閉鎖が始まっています。
撃たれてる。周回軌道上にワークを発見。
スモーク注意。リスポーンビーコンを展開する。
シールドをリチャージ中。
フラグを投げた。
敵発見。
クーリガンどもに撃たれてるよ。敵のグレネード。
撃ってるわ。
シールドをリチャージしてる。ガキンチョがいたよ。
ライフラインパッケージ要請中。
悪い子がいた。近くだ。シールドをリチャージ中。
撃たれてる。シールドをリチャージしてるところよ。
見えた？飛ぶ？奇襲よ。別部隊がいる。待って。シールドをリチャージする。
標的を確認。
さあみんな、苦痛の始まりだ。フラグを投げた。敵をあっちへ向かう。
クーリガンどもに撃たれてるよ。
警戒よ。向こうに敵がいる。スモーク注意。リロード中。
シールドをリチャージ中。
シールドをリチャージ中。
敵を確認。撃たれてるわ。
バカが近くにいるよ。
スモーク放出。
シールドをリチャージしてるところよ。
発砲中。
ここに敵がいる。撃たれてる。みんな向かっていくよ。
援護お願い。
攻撃
Martin sat there talking to his dog about how difficult the video was going to be.
Cooper, I have no idea how I'm gonna record this video, dude.
However, it's hard to tell exactly how the video was supposed to be difficult, as T. Martin would do nothing besides sit there and spend 2 minutes telling the audience how dumb they were.
My connection to CSGO Lotto has been a matter of public record since the company was first organized in December of 2015. This is and always has been a clearly stated policy.
He barely even apologized. He's putting the blame on the people for not understanding. WTF. He basically called his fans stupid. I love how he didn't even apologize and basically just said it's our fault. It didn't help that T. Martin decided to film the apology in the entryway to his mansion with his expensive truck sitting just outside the window, but at least he was smart enough to flaunt his wealth subtly, as the Liver King's terrible apology began with him blatantly bragging about how much money he had. Prior to the Liver King confession, he'd consistently reiterated that his physique was natural, although when More Plates More Dates uploaded a video showing that this wasn't true, the Liver King felt the pressure to apologize. The Liver King would begin his apology by bragging about being rich.
Before social media, I was rich and anonymous, and after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous.
Before going on to try and convince the audience that he never planned on becoming famous.
And I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye.
Despite having grown the brand using his face, name, and image as the most recognizable feature. The Liver King then goes on to claim that his persona was nothing more than an experiment to help struggling teenagers.
Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety, infertility, low ambition in life. Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive.
Which felt like a cliche cop-out to shift the blame from what he was being accused of. The beginning of the apology was bad, the magnitude of the initial lie was bad, and the need for the apology was almost non-existent in the first place. However, because the Liver King was able to finish the video with a couple of reasonable points, he's avoided being any higher on this list. Besides, it's almost impossible to have an apology worse than the one posted by Social Repose. The video had been uploaded after his ex-girlfriend publicly accused him of cheating, so naturally Social Repose wanted to share his side of the story, doing so in a video titled "Re, I'm an Idiot." The apology began with the most unemotional attempt at saying sorry.
I understand what I did. I understand that it's pretty wrong and heinous.
Anyway, you know what this is all.
And like I said, I messed up. I do deeply regret it.
Before he'd go on to explain that he had cheated in his previous relationship.
I did cheat on her, just like I did my ex-girlfriend.
And it was therefore the girlfriend's fault for not knowing that he was going to cheat again.
And she kind of took me on with the thought that she could fix me, and that everyone did warn her, and I couldn't stay faithful, and here we are.
Throughout the video, Social Repose seems so proud of how broken he is as a person.
Clearly, I have a lot of deep-seated issues. I have a lot of problems.
Which was justified in his own head, as he apparently had this incredible YouTube channel.
I'm so deeply entrenched in Social Repose just as an entity that it comes first. It comes before all my love and relationships and even family to an extent. This is my life. I've chosen it.
However, at least Social Repose made some attempt at saying sorry, as Sienna May's apology was so bad that people began to question if she was even saying sorry at all. Sienna May was one of TikTok's fastest growing creators until another TikToker accused her of assault, after which she'd take a break from the internet and return with what we're calling the second worst apology in YouTube history. It began with the explanation that taking a month off social media was the most difficult month of Sienna's life, before she'd go on to state that her purpose in life was to post TikTok dances and untouched photos of herself. Throughout the video, Sienna implied that her youth excused her from any wrongdoing, although the worst part was that she never even apologized and rather spent more than half of the video playing what she called a relatable Sam Smith song while doing a choreographed dance with the goal of inspiring her audience. The stupidity of the apology is best summarized by this comment reading, "The fact that she and her team watched this and said, yeah, this is a good idea is hilarious.